You are listening to the Self-Help Psychic Podcast with your host, Tabitha Stitt. I am a psychic medium, licensed school teacher, and I'm here to provide you with messages from the universe, spirit, source, whatever you'd like to call this higher guiding power. Your soul's purpose is here happening right now. Are you aligned or misaligned? This podcast is going to help you discover everything you're meant to be and beyond. I'm sitting looking out the window. It just rained, and I can't tell if there's a little bird on the roof that had maybe passed away, or maybe it's some sort of debris in my mind. And what it looks like is a little bird that passed away. I'm at an Airbnb, a little home away from home. I've been coming here for many years. It's a magical little cottage, Victorian, a blending of both. And I just got off the phone with one of my best friends. I just went to the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it actually turned out really, really well. I connected with a lot of people. I did a lot of readings, and it was fun. I did a speech or a talk. First thing Saturday morning, I was able to get that out of the way. The room was actually massive, at least big for me right now, and everyone was so supportive, and it was so cool because I never anticipated this. I never thought that this is where I would be in my life, really. I mean, I guess I did, because looking back, I've always wanted to be a teacher, and in my own way, I'm still teaching, even though I was a licensed school teacher in the classroom for about 7 years. I then resigned, and even though I'm not doing that anymore, I'm still teaching in my own way. So it's interesting how our soul's purpose really takes its own path. It starts to illuminate. It shows up in similar patterns throughout our lives. Being a teacher, a healer, and providing messages. And I just started reading a book by Elizabeth Berg. I'm trying to think of the title, actually. It's not in front of me right now. But I don't normally read fictional books. I actually read mostly nonfiction, so more self-help, personal development. Oh, the book is called Home Safe. I think that's what it's called. I just started. I'm on chapter 3, and it's making me think of my mom, because the book is about a mother and a daughter relationship. And it's interesting to think that perhaps this is like a way my mom is talking to me, giving me messages, telling me this is in a way how she had lived her life, and perhaps snippets of how she felt when her husband passed away. So here we are, and life happens. The birds are flying. Earlier, a black cat approached me. This is now the second time I've been on like a little mini vacation, home away from home, and I'm just strolling, walking down the sidewalk, and a black cat comes up out of nowhere 2 different times. And right before then, I looked over, and on the back of this car, it said, "Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are?" And depending on the tone or your perspective or perception or your experiences, you could take this offensively, or you could be like, wow, maybe this is like massive. Maybe this is powerful. Do you know your own power? Do you know your own ability? Do you know your own strength and how you can make things happen, how you can transform your own life, how you can all of a sudden be right where you are in this very moment. So perhaps you're driving your car, listening to this, wondering, what the hell am I going to do with my life? Feeling despair. Maybe you're working out and you're kicking ass and you're feeling great and you're doing squats. Although I feel like the energy of my episodes on my podcast are a little bit too mellow for that, but maybe not. Maybe it is the perfect energy for you to do squats too. I personally do not do squats. I don't know, I'm thinking of this. My mom had a shirt that's something about doing squats and kicking ass, which was hilarious. I have a picture of her wearing it and she was flexing her muscles. But I'm pretty positive she's never stepped foot in a gym in her entire life. She'd be more of the woman that, she'd be out on the lawn in her lawn chair, tanning with her little pink toenails, looking beautiful as ever, using her baby oil. Oh my God, do you remember that? Has that ever happened where you're using, you see your parent or you yourself have used baby oil to lather up and to soak up the sun? My skin in particular, I would be singed to death. I would be crispy, I'd be red, and it just wouldn't fly. I would be all spotty. I went on vacation once, and where the hell were we? Oh my gosh, maybe it was Kentucky. I'm trying to think. There were wild horses, and actual real wild horses, and we went on this beach. Chinkantink Island, actually. So where is that? Why can I not think of where that is? Is it near South Carolina? Certainly not Kentucky. Well, my feet, I swear to God, are still tan from that day. I had a long skirt on, and I just had my feet exposed and 2 inches of my ankle. And for whatever reason, I swear to God, my feet and 2 inches of my ankle and leg, they're still tan to this day from that day on whatever beach that was. Oh my gosh, I don't know. It must have been the perfect sun ray to illuminate and singe my skin perfectly. So here I am narrating. What is this all about? Just zoning out, watching the same robin. The rain has just fallen. It's looking for a worm. Although it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon, evening, it'll find some good stuff. Some good stuff's coming up. So I've been noticing the first thing I do in the morning is look out the window and look at the weather. And I've been noticing how it affects me and my mood immediately, no matter what it is. And I'm aware of this, and I try not to let it affect me. I try not to let it bother me, because in Ohio in April, it's rain, dreary, overcast. And there's a lot more to it as far as what's causing all of this. And that in itself is maddening. But beyond that, you have to recognize what is driving you mad. What is it that you only have so much control over? And your thoughts, you have control over your thoughts. And as soon as you have the thought, and you recognize, okay, I don't like this, or it caused me to feel this way, or now I feel a certain way and I don't like that, or wow, all of a sudden I'm in a bad mood. And it all really stemmed from a thought. Usually it's subconscious. You don't even realize that it created that feeling or that emotion or that mood, that attitude. But as soon as you start to realize that that's what caused it, then you can start to change it. The one thing that helps me is I ask God, consciousness, the great one, source, universal knowledge. Essentially, it's all love. I ask to be guided. I ask to feel at ease, to feel comforted. I ask to see the good. I saw that on a rock one time in a window, or rather in a flower pot that was hanging in a window. I forget what town I was in. And I remember I was stressed out because I kept looking at all these trees and thinking, God, they don't know how to trim these trees the right way. And it was stressing me out. What these AEP companies are doing to these poor trees, it's insane. So I was getting pissed thinking about these trees and how much they deserve to be trimmed more aesthetically better. And then I looked down or looked over and I saw this rock that was painted by someone that has now changed my life, and it said, "See the good." And I'll be damned, ever since I saw that, I now ask to see the good. Now, I'm not in denial that shitty things happen. Certainly they do. And we have to feel those emotions. We have to feel that pain. We have to cry. We have to be angry. Those are all healing as well. We can't deny that. But we also have to have this balance of where, you allow it to happen, but you don't allow it to get so over-consuming that your life is out of control. And instead you allow it to happen, you embrace it, you try your best to move through the movements of it. And then you get back on track and you ask to see the good. And then all of a sudden you have a better day. So here we are, you're listening to this, and it doesn't matter when I recorded it. It doesn't matter if you're listening to this and I recorded it 10 years ago, or if I just posted it 10 minutes ago. It is energy. It is a way of receiving information, messages, confirmation, validation. It is a way to be a human. It is a way to experience life. It's part of it. It's part of the whole grand gist of things. Just being in this moment, being here, witnessing these words, absorbing these words. It's a way of expressing even. So what is it that your soul is witnessing? What is it that you have been witnessing yourself in your own life? And do you need to narrate it? Do you need to talk about it? Do you want to see things differently? Do you want to enjoy life differently, even on cloudy days, even on rainy April showers? We are human beings. At least most of us are here on this earth. I do believe that there are probably angels disguised as humans. I believe that there are different aspects of life that we certainly do not comprehend with our human brains. But one thing is that as humans, we are all experiencing life. We are all experiencing emotions, and that connects us. These thoughts, these emotions, this hurt, this grief, this happiness, this joy, the annoyance, the striving, the success, the failure. It's something that we all go through. There's no way around it. It's just all but a dream. And so that's my 2 cents for today. And I hope it helps. I'm seeing 2 little doggies walk by now with their dad. 2 tan pups. I bet you they were adopted. They look like they may have been adopted. I can feel it. Okay. Take care. And please reach out. I'm here to help. I'm here as a conduit, a medium. Join the circle for your soul's purpose if it resonates. And so it is. Thank you so much for listening. If you have a question that you want answered about spirit, empowering yourself, or how to manifest a life you truly love, head on over to tabithastitt.com/podcast and submit your question there. Until next time, continue to tap into your intuition, take action, and trust the process. And so it is.